I'm here with the man, the myth, and our favorite local rock star, John Oates. He has new music, a collaboration with the band Lawrence, and it is just a day away from its big release. Thanks so much for coming by.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
Yes, enough is enough, you say.
Enough is enough.
This comes out tomorrow. Tell us about this song.
Wow. Well, I think that the title kind of says it all. You can make what you will of it. There's so much going on in the world. There's so much going on in my personal life. There's so much going on with politics and the crazy stuff. And it's just sometimes it feels like it's too much.
Right.
And I thought of that title and I said, I bet you a lot of people feel like that. That sometimes you just wake up and you go, enough is enough, right? And then I heard this amazing group called Lawrence the Band. It's actually a brother and sister team from New York, but they have an incredible band with them. And I was listening to their music, and it was so joyous and upbeat. And I thought, it's kind of a cool thing to kind of put this title that's kind of, what does it really mean against this really fun groove?
Right.
And I said, I want to see if I can write a song that sounds like them. And I did. And I wrote it and I went, God, this really sounds like them. So I sent it to them and they really loved it. And I used part of their lyrics for the second verse.
Okay.
And it became a collaboration. I went to New York and we put their vocals on it. Cut it here in Nashville with my Nashville group. But I went to New York and put them on it, and it's great. It comes out tomorrow, and I'm really pumped for people to check it out.
Oh, we cannot wait to hear it. So, what was it collaborating with a brother and sister like?
Well, they're really unique. Clyde is the older brother, and he's I really think, and I will honestly say he's a musical genius. He's incredible. And his sister, Gracie, is one of the best singers I've ever heard. In fact, she's starring in a Broadway show. She was just up for a Tony. It's the Bobby Darin story, and we went to see the show when we were in New York recently. And she's just she's a force of nature, and together they're just really, really great. I think they're kind of everything that's good about young pop, everything that should be good about young pop music. They're very musical, they're very real, and it really appeals to me. And I was just great to become friends with them.
Well, speaking of force of nature, I mean, here you are, 77 years old. You have had so much success over the years. I mean, you could just be living up the life the way you want to, but you're still out there hammering it away.
Well, guess what? I am living the life I want to.
Yes.
And that is, I've been a musician my whole life, and it's the only thing I've ever thought about. It's the only thing I've ever done. And so for me to be able to do this, that the world lets me do this, lets me continue to write, play, and I still have my mind, I can still got the fingers, and until something changes, I'm just going to keep on doing it.
Well, we're so glad you are. I
Thanks.
saw you recently said if there was one song in your catalog that you could be remembered by, it'd be She's Gone.
Yeah.
It's a great song, no doubt, but I was telling you earlier, my child is here, who's 10 years old, and we love Maneater. I mean, it's a generational song. Please share the story with us about this woman that you met in the bar.
Well, yeah, it was inspired by this woman who was incredibly gorgeous. And it was in New York City. It was late at night in this kind of hangout where we used to hang in Greenwich Village. But she swore like a sailor, basically. And it was so weird to have this very pretty gal open her mouth and all these foul words would come out. And I thought, man, she would chew you up and spit you out. And that was all it took,
Does she know it was about her?
Eventually, it was none at the time, because I left and I went home. And it was literally as I was walking home thinking about this, and I said, wow, she's scary.
I'm sure you've met some of those here in Music City as well.
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, everybody's too friendly here. It's great.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Sweet tea and come on over and borrow some sugar, right?
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
I was looking at some great photos of you from the 70s. I mean, you wore belly shirts.
Oh, come
You had these great jumpsuits.
Oh, come on.
Is there any style in the 70s that you wish would come back?
You mean that I regret?
That's a different way to word it.
When you're really young and you're really skinny, you can kind of get away
Show
with
off.
wearing some weird stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was just it was the style of the times, Everything was tight and small, and and it was it was that era.
Well, I can't wait to see what you wear tomorrow night. I know you've got a special concert.
Let's put it this way: my belly will not be showing.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
I can hide it with a guitar, if I have to. But no, it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night because flying tomorrow to Charlotte, grabbing a rent-a-car, going up to Banner Elk, North Carolina, which is near Boone, and they have been suffering from the remnants of Hurricane Helene, which really did terrible devastation in that area. So we're going to do a fundraiser with my good buddy Jim Lauderdale.
Love him.
And there's a lot of information here, and I can't remember everything, but we're playing tomorrow night at the Hayes Auditorium at the Lees McRae College. It's on Main Street in Banner Elk, and it's really for the Elk River Helping Hands concert series.
Okay.
And so we're going to try to raise money, a little bit of money for that. So Jim is actually from North Carolina, in that area. So when he asked me to do it, I just said yes. Plus, any chance I get to play with Jim Lauderdale is always just a
take
gift.
it.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely, and it's wonderful that you're using that platform to support
Yeah.
such an important cause.
Yeah.
Now, for those that can't make it out tomorrow night, though, you have a show coming up here in Nashville as well at the end of the month.
Well, now that I have this new album coming out, I decided it's a little more groove oriented. It's a little more like old vintage R&B, and so I put together this awesome band. And we were playing a big festival in Milwaukee on July 4th. It's called Summerfest, which is a huge festival. And since I've never actually played with this band before, I thought, well, probably not a good idea to walk on a giant stage for the first time. So we're going to do a warm-up show at the Analog at the Hutton Hotel.
That's special.
On June 29th. It's a Sunday night. So we're going to go out and play for the first time with this band. I'm really pumped because it's always great to just see what happens.
Yes.
And try out the new songs, try out some of the older hits as well. And so if people want to come out and see the new band, it's Sunday, June 29th at Analog.
What a great opportunity to come out and see you guys and say, I remember when.
Yeah.
It was their first time.
Yeah. And it's a great venue. If you've never been there, it's a really cool, intimate venue. So,
well, speaking of intimate venues here in Nashville, I know you love to play the Ryman.
Oh, yeah.
I saw you
Sure.
also love the Station Inn. What are some other things you love to go do here in Nashville? I know this has been home for you now for about 15 years.
Well, I'm just loving the fact that Nashville's become such an incredible foodie town.
Oh, yes.
The farm-to-table food, and there's a couple new restaurants. In fact, a good friend of mine from New York City has opened an Italian restaurant here that I just love. And we've known each other from New York from way back in the day.
Name drop it.
Yes, should I?
Yes.
It's called Luogo.
Oh, yes.
And it's on 12th South and in the Gulch. And there's another one called Palato, which is another one of his restaurants in Germantown. They're
Love
both fabulous. But we just, I love driving in the country. We take our, got a little sports car, we put the top down, we go to Leaper's Fork and drive around, and got some great friends out there as well. So just, and of course the music scene goes without saying,
Right.
Greatest musicians on the planet, and everyone is so chill and great to work with. So it's a gift that I've been able to come here and play music.
We're so glad you're sharing it with us. Thank you so much, John, for coming in and talking with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, be sure to check out Enough is Enough featuring Lawrence. It's out Friday.